My friends, in our last episode, we talked about 5 calming teas that can help you sleep better and protect your muscles through the night. Many of you shared your stories in the comments, and it warmed my heart to see how simple habits can bring such peace and strength. Today, I want to continue that journey with another drink many of us hold dear, coffee. Some of you probably start your mornings with it, maybe even can't imagine a day without it. But after the age of 60, have you ever wondered, what does coffee really do to our body? Is it helping us or quietly harming our heart, our bones, or even our sleep? Coffee is not just a habit, it's a global ritual. Every single day, over 2 billion cups are enjoyed around the world. But here's the truth. After 60, the way coffee touches our health changes, and knowing how to drink it wisely can make the difference between restless nights and steady energy, between fragile bones and strong muscles. So today, let's sit down together, cup in hand, and discover, what kind of coffee should we choose? How much is enough? When is the right time to drink it? And which simple additions can turn your coffee into a true friend for your health? So, what exactly is coffee? First, let's go back to the basics. Coffee isn't just that warm, comforting drink we reach for every morning. It comes from the roasted beans of the coffee plant. And behind that rich aroma and deep flavor, there's a whole world of science at work. In fact, every single cup of coffee contains over 1,000 different chemical compounds. That sounds surprising, doesn't it? But 2 of them stand out, and I want to share those with you. The first is caffeine, the one we all know. Caffeine acts directly on the central nervous system. It helps us feel more awake, more focused, even a little brighter in our mood. A typical cup of coffee, about 8 ounces, carries anywhere from 80 to 120 milligrams of caffeine, just enough to open your eyes a little wider and clear the morning fog. The second is chlorogenic acid, a powerful antioxidant that doesn't get talked about enough. This little compound helps regulate blood sugar, slows down how quickly we absorb glucose, and even reduces inflammation. And that matters because after 60, chronic low-grade inflammation quietly drives many of the health problems we face. Here's the interesting part. Large studies, like one from Harvard in 2021, have found that moderate coffee drinking is linked to a 15 to 20% lower risk of early death. Coffee may also lower the risk of type 2 diabetes, Parkinson's, and even Alzheimer's disease, conditions many of us worry about as we grow older. But here's the truth. Those benefits only come when we drink it the right way, in the right amount. Because the same cup of coffee that's medicine for one person can be a burden on the heart, the bones, and the sleep of another. So, which type of coffee should you choose? Not all cups of coffee are the same. What's fascinating is that the flavor, the benefits, and even the risks of coffee depend a great deal on the type of bean, how it's roasted, and how it's brewed. After 60, these small details can make a big difference for your heart, your sleep, and your overall health. Arabica beans, medium roasted and organically grown, are often the better choice. Compared to Robusta, Arabica is smoother, less bitter, lower in caffeine, yet rich in aroma and antioxidants. For older adults, that means you can still enjoy your coffee without the jitters or overstimulation. Another key factor is how you brew it. Coffee that's filtered through paper, like drip or pour over, removes much of the compound cafe stall, which is known to raise LDL, or bad cholesterol. It's a small detail, but it carries real weight for protecting heart health. There's also cold brew, which can be a smart option for those with sensitive stomachs. Cold brew is lower in acid, gentler to digest, yet it still preserves many of coffee's natural antioxidants. On the other hand, there are types worth avoiding: flavored instant coffees, drinks loaded with artificial creamers, or decaf that's processed with harsh chemical solvents. They may be convenient, but they often come with added sugars, unhealthy fats, and unnecessary chemicals. The real key isn't just whether you drink coffee or not, it's about choosing the right kind of coffee. When you do, your morning cup can be more than just a wake-up call. It can become part of a healthy routine that supports your heart and your well-being for years to come. So, how much coffee should you really be drinking in a day? One of the most common questions I hear is this: so how much coffee is safe to drink each day? It sounds simple, but the answer really depends on your age, your health, and how your body handles caffeine. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the American Heart Association, the safe limit for healthy adults is up to 400 milligrams of caffeine a day. That works out to about 3 to 4 medium cups of coffee. But here's the key. After 60, our bodies process caffeine more slowly. That means it stays in the bloodstream longer and can trigger things like a racing heartbeat, shaky hands, trouble sleeping, and even weaker bones if we overdo it. For older adults, a safer range is usually 150 to 300 milligrams of caffeine a day. In other words, about 1 to 2 8-ounce cups of coffee. Going beyond that can do more harm than good. It can make it harder to fall asleep, raise blood pressure, increase the risk of osteoporosis, or disturb the natural rhythm of the heart. And don't forget, caffeine isn't only in coffee. It's also in tea, energy drinks, and even dark chocolate. So the goal isn't to cut coffee out of your life. The key is to keep it within healthy limits. 1 or 2 good cups a day, enjoyed at the right time, can give you clarity and comfort while still protecting your heart, your sleep, and your long-term health. And when's the best time of day to drink your coffee? It's not just about how much coffee you drink, it's also about when you drink it. The timing can turn your cup of coffee into a real ally for your health, or into something that disrupts your sleep and natural rhythm. The best time is usually in the morning, after you've had a little food. That's when coffee helps sharpen your focus, lifts your energy, and even makes digestion a bit easier. Having it after a small meal also protects your stomach from feeling irritated or uneasy. Another good moment, supported by research, is before light exercise in the morning. A little caffeine can help your muscles perform better, increase endurance, and even reduce soreness afterward. But there are times you'll want to avoid. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can trigger discomfort or acid irritation. And after about 2 p.m., coffee often becomes more of a problem than a help. That's because caffeine stays in the bloodstream for an average of 6 to 8 hours. So if you sip coffee at 3 in the afternoon, your body may still feel it at 9 or 10 at night. After 60, deep, restorative sleep is more precious than ever. That's why coffee is best seen as the spark that starts your morning, not the reason you're tossing and turning at night. If you'd like to add more flavor to your coffee, while also boosting its health benefits, try mixing it with a few natural powders you may already have at home. These are simple, easy-to-find ingredients, yet they can turn your morning cup of coffee into a kind of natural medicine for your mind, your heart, and even your muscles. The first is cinnamon. Just a sprinkle not only makes your coffee warmer and more fragrant, but it also helps steady blood sugar and reduce inflammation. For those over 60, this simple habit can lower the risk of type 2 diabetes and give your heart extra support. Next is pure cacao powder. Rich in flavonoid, powerful antioxidants, cacao helps improve circulation and protect the brain. Stirring in a spoonful gives you that mocha-like taste, but in a much healthier way. Another great option is turmeric. This golden spice contains curcumin, which has been shown to reduce inflammation and support joint health. When combined with just a pinch of black pepper to help absorption, your coffee becomes a kind of golden latte that's gentle on the joints and bones. Don't overlook matcha or green tea powder. Adding just a little creates a balance between coffee's caffeine and tea's L-theanine. The result is steady focus and calm energy. a perfect option for older adults who may be sensitive to caffeine jitters. Finally, there's collagen or plant-based protein powder. These don't change the taste much, but they add nutrients that help protect muscles and skin, which becomes especially important after 60 when the body naturally makes less collagen. With just these small changes, your morning coffee won't only wake you up, it can become part of a long-term routine to care for your health and keep you strong. On the other hand, even though certain powders can make your coffee taste richer or creamier, there are some you really should never add. They don't just take away the natural benefits of coffee. In many cases, they can quietly harm your heart, your weight, and even your sleep. First, there's powdered coffee creamer. It often contains trans fats and chemical additives for flavor and color. These can raise bad cholesterol and put extra strain on the heart, something we need to be especially mindful of after 60. Next comes sweetened milk powders or condensed milk powders. Sweet and creamy, yes, but they're loaded with sugar and calories. Over time, they can contribute to weight gain, unstable blood sugar, and a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. Then there's the trend of adding butter powders or ready-made bulletproof mixes. While it once sounded fashionable, for older adults, the extra saturated fat can easily raise blood lipids and increase the risk of heart disease. Another group to avoid is artificially flavored powders, like vanilla or chocolate mixes. They may smell tempting, but most are full of refined sugar and artificial flavorings. Instead of giving you antioxidants, they sneak in more sugar and chemicals your body doesn't need. And finally, some flavored protein powders fall into the same trap. Behind the healthy protein label, you often find added sugars, artificial sweeteners, and cheap fillers. Instead of building strength, they can cause bloating, digestive upset, and, over time, even stress your liver and kidneys. So remember, not every powder belongs in your coffee. Sometimes what seems tasty or convenient in the moment can cost you in the long run. Choosing wisely means your morning cup stays both enjoyable and safe for your health. Coffee is more than just a drink. When you choose the right kind, enjoy the right amount at the right time, and pair it with the right ingredients, your morning cup can become a true companion, protecting your memory, your heart, and even your muscles after 60. In the end, the key isn't giving up coffee. The key is learning how to enjoy it wisely, a small habit that can make a big difference for your health and for the quality of your life. Now, I'd love to hear from you. When do you usually drink your coffee? Do you like it black with milk? Or have you ever tried mixing it with a special powder? Share your experience in the comments below. I read every one of them, and I always respond so we can learn together. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it so others can discover how to enjoy coffee in a healthier way too. You can also let me know, what topic would you like us to explore in the next episode? Together, let's build a community of health, where every small daily choice adds up to a stronger, more energetic life.